Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Posture Tonic. My name is Jacinta and today I'm going to take you through a beginner-friendly Pilates class. So this class is designed for those that are completely new to Pilates, or perhaps you're just revisiting the basics and you want to scale and strip it right back to learn the breathing, some technique tips, and be really gentle on your body. So another thing, you could be like recovering after a illness, and this would be perfect as well. So as always, take rest whenever you need it, listen into your body and take what you like, leave what doesn't feel good. I'm going to teach you the breathing first of all, so make sure you have your mat rolled out and you're going to come into a standing position. So in Pilates we take a lateral breathing technique here, which allows us to engage through our core whilst we're moving. So our breath goes out to the sides of our rib cage, and then you float those ribs down, they sink down, and you slide the ribs down towards your pelvis here. And at the same time, you draw that belly button towards your spine to activate your core. So I'm going to teach you all of that. I'll give you breath cues throughout the entire class. So when you're ready, again, we're going to take those arms here, cross them to the sides of your body. So your fingers are spread, and they're just resting on the side of your rib cage here. And from here, roll those shoulders down. Maybe closing down the eyes here as well also helps. We take a breath in through the nose, and it's a breath out through pursed lips, like you're blowing out through a straw. Okay, so let's do it. We close down those eyes, take a big breath in. Your ribs fill up into those hands, so your hands press out to the sides of the room gently. And then exhale, melting your rib cage in and down, feeling a gentle activation through your core. Let's take 5 breaths here now. Inhale, ribs expand to the sides of the room, filling up with oxygen. And then exhale, blow out all of that oxygen. Rib cage comes in and slides down. Good, we've got 4 more. Inhale. And exhale out through pursed lips. Bringing that awareness to your core. Simultaneously, you pull up that pelvic floor on your exhale. Inhale. Ribs expand, fingertips spread wide. Exhale. 2 more. This helps to calm down the mind as well and tune into those muscles that we're going to work. So the breath is super important. We take 1 more here. Really expand that rib cage out to the sides, and then exhale, shrink it all down in, lifting that pelvic floor gently. Okay, so we're going to continue that breath as I said throughout the class. From here we're going to come in and warm up our legs, so hands by your hips, and just take a calf rise here. So heels pick up, heels lower. We exhale on the effort, so that's when we lift. Inhale, lower the heels down gently. And I'm standing nice and tall and proud. I'm feeling that core awareness as well, so we're getting a bit of a balance challenge. Tailbone slightly tucked under, and just a gentle squeeze through those glutes. This exercise is here just to center yourself, get a bit of a balance awareness, tune into where you are in space. Nice and easy class today. Good, let's add our arms. We swing them up as we rise your heels, and then lower them down as you lower the heels. That's it. Every time you swing those arms up, can we melt that rib cage down so we stay connected through that core? And as we go through this, you'll start to build that burn through to those hamstrings and glutes slightly as well. We're here for another 10 seconds. You can focus on something to keep you balanced. And we'll hold it at the top in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rise those heels up, hands to your hips, pedaling out through the feet here now. So just articulating through the ankles, prancing it out, warming up those ankles. Just for 10. We're gonna warm up our thoracic spine with some rotations in 3, in 2, in 1. Take a wider step here now, genie arms. We take a twist from right to left and start to pivot on that back foot here. So allowing for a bit more rotation. So an exhale as we swing to the side, inhale as you pass through center. That's it, everyone. Nice gentle warm up. So after this, I'm going to teach you your spinal positions, your neutral spine position. We'll take it into an anterior and pelvic tilt, just so that you're aware of where your spine should be throughout all of the exercises. We're here for 10, for 4, 3, 2, and 1. So make your way down onto your backs into your supine position, so gently rolling down. Now our setup is feet are hip distance apart here, and the feet are flat and about a hand distance away from your bottom here. Resting the head down. Arms can relax down by your side. We've got our pelvic tilts now, so I'm going to give you some awareness through your lumbar lower spine, okay? I'm going to take my arms up to the ceiling so that you can see what's happening down here. You keep your arms resting down on your down by your side. From here, we use our exhale, drawing out all of that breath, and print your lower back in towards your mat here. So you tuck that tailbone under, you smush your lower back into the floor, and then we reverse. Take an inhale, arch through your lower back, tilting the pelvis away from you. So you can imagine your pelvis here is like a fishbowl, and you're rolling that pelvis and the water's tipping out here. And then as you pass through middle, it's nice and flat, the water is in there, not gonna spill, but then we tilt that fishbowl away from you. So if that visualization helps, go for it. Otherwise, just again, ignore what doesn't work for you. So we're taking it into an anterior pelvic tilt here, passing through what we call our neutral spine, and then our posterior tilt. Keep the glutes relaxed, they're not squeezing, and keep the feet nice and flat and gentle on the floor. We've got 3 more pelvic tilts here to go. Take your last one here, really make it extreme. You notice when you turn that pelvis towards you, you can feel that core deepening, and then it lets go and arches. So that's that other kind of comparison of when we flare our ribs and we arch, we're not connected through the core. So we need to work into what's called a neutral spine. So that's in between those 2 movements. So the rib cage is flat. I have a small gap in my lower spine, like a little trail of ants could crawl under. And then my pelvis is neutral, or if you take that analogy of the fishbowl, the water won't spill. It's nice and level. We can also take those hands into a triangle. Let's take the fingertips down towards your pubic bone. The palms, the heels of your palms are resting onto your hip bones. Lift your head up and just check that that triangle here is level. So the palms and those fingertips are level and not tilting. So that's your neutral spine here. So now we've established the neutral spine, let's establish what our rib cage should be doing. Let's float those arms up towards the ceiling here. Pretend you're holding onto a helium balloon and let that helium balloon rise up towards the ceiling, lifting the shoulders slightly off the floor, and then pull that helium balloon back towards you and sinking, pressing your shoulder blades gently into the floor here. So inhale, lifting the arms straight up, and exhale, sinking the arms into the socket so we're feeling connected. Now we want to go in between those 2 movements, so we feel a bit of activation through our back muscles and that your shoulder blades are flat on your floor. So from here, let's imagine we've got some textbooks laying onto your ribs, and that's making your ribs really flat. Again, connecting into that core. So we're still in that neutral spine, ribs are flattened, lengthening out through your crown of your head, lengthening all the way out through your tailbone. Okay, so now we've got that. Now we start to have some fun and move. We're gonna float one arm back behind you, keeping that right shoulder down. Exhale, take the arm back up towards the sky. So inhale, rib cage is still down flat. Bring it back up. Good, so one arm at a time. Keeping those hands shoulder distance apart. We'll just take one more on each side here. Good, nice and easy. Then meet me with both of those hands up, taking it into our scissor arms. So at the same time, we take one arm down and one arm back behind you. And exhale, passing through center. Inhale, take the arms down. That's it. So getting a bit of mobilization through your shoulders. Again, just taking this movement gentle on your body, learning those foundations. Because if we were to take it into a more functional movement, we need to know where our ribs, our spinal position, and where our breath should be. So we've just got one more on each side. And then take both arms down by your hips here. We'll move into our pelvic tilt to glute bridge. So let's roll that pelvis towards you, start squeezing into your glutes and peel up joint by joint, finding your first bridge. And so we're clenching the glutes at the top here, finding that neutral spine, but a little tuck under of that tailbone will help connect. Melting back down, bone by bone. So you're feeling that little massage through your entire spine here. Okay, so keep rolling, squeezing to peel up, and at the top you're checking that those hip bones are level. We're not tilting from right to left. Rib cage to hips. So just check that mic is all good for you. And then melting down in your own time. Breath out to peel up. Inhale to lengthen the spine and squeeze the glutes. And then exhale, sternum melts down. Middle spine, lower spine, and eventually that tailbone comes down and we pass through neutral here. And we've got two more, pressing through those heels now. So those feet are working, they're pushing through the mat. Rolling down. Good, take one more, full range. And all the way down. Now I want you to pause up in your next one. So hold up at the top here, rise those hands up, sink the shoulders down and back. We'll move into your scissors that you just did. So heels pressing down, we slide the hands forward and back, and then pass through center and scissor those arms. Keeping the shoulders really level here. You'll start to feel that heat burn through the back of your legs. Stay with me if you can, just for 10 more seconds. Is that tailbone still tucked under? Connect with that breath. Yes, feeling it here. We've got 3, 2, and 1. Arms come up to the ceiling. Can we peel down? Roll it all the way down. Awesome job, guys. Let's get a bit more deeper into your core. So interlace those hands behind your neck. So it looks like this. Your thumbs are just running down the back of your neck to support and make a hammock. Feet are down, hip distance apart still. Exhale, we lift the head, nod your chin towards your chest and peel up into your curl. So scooping that belly in nice and tight. Good, inhale, rest it back down. Breathing out to lift. Inhale to reverse and curl back down. So I'm keeping my head nice and heavy into those hands. It is all about those abs. Good, so each time you blow out through those pursed lips, you can also imagine that your sides here are narrowing in. So it's like you're wearing a corset and it's getting pulled tighter from behind. Because essentially that is what our deepest core muscle is designed to do. We find that deepest layer of your core pulling in to support everything from the inside out. Which is why in Pilates, we use our breath and our core through every single movement. So starting with these foundational tips here will really take your practice to the next level. You're doing well. You've got 3 more here. And 2. Last one. And rest. Take it into an oblique curl. So as you peel up, we take our little cross position. So this left shoulder coming to your right hip. We keep the elbows wide and we just rotate on that diagonal. And this allows for our side waist muscles, those obliques, to say hello. We're here for about 20 seconds. Still breathing out to curl up. Good, you've got 10. Last 8. And 4, 3, 2, and rest on 1. Well done, guys. We're gonna come all the way up. So hold onto the back of your legs, roll up. We find our 4-point kneel now. So in a 4-point kneel, we want to stabilize through the shoulders. So always make sure those hands are underneath the shoulder line. And then you walk the knees back slightly so they come underneath your hip line. Let's move into a few pelvic tilts here. So arching the back and then tucking under that tailbone, rounding the spine slightly. So we take it off nice and gently to start with. And then as we get through this movement, we can start to create a little bit more arch, a little bit more rounded spine for our cat-cow. Mobilizing through the entire spine. And again, we will work through our neutral spine in this setup. So let's pause where we think our neutral spine is. So the pelvis isn't arching and it's not tucking under. It's about halfway here. Then from there, I want you to use your exhale to zip up your core. So pull that belly button up towards your spine and we feel a tightening and deepening of the core muscles here. And then inhale, let your abs go. So everything's nice and soft. Then we exhale, drawing those abs in. Good, inhale. Relaxing, so you should be able to see I'm nice and relaxed here. And then I tighten through my waistline and drawing that belly button back towards my spine once again. Let's take one more here, then we take it up one more level. Tuck the toes under, ready to go. Then next time we exhale and draw the abs in, we'll lift the knees. So pressing through those hands, shoulders down and back, neutral spine. Exhale, zipping up the core, hovering those knees up off your floor now. Just a few inches. Inhale, tap the knees back down. Relax. Zip it in, hover up. Inhale, tap. That's it. So we're just going to keep moving here. I want you to tighten through that core as you lift so that we're supporting ourselves and we're just getting everything nice and safe internally. So just the pressure is more regulated when we breathe out. Nice one. All right, we've got 10 seconds here. You can relax and then switch it on for 8. Tap. We've got 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. This time we pause in our 4-point kneel. So let's go. Lift those knees up. Hold your core strong. Step right foot back. Step left foot back. Hold and find your plank. Walk the right knee in, left knee in, tap it down. So advancing now, you got it. We're gonna lift up, take the opposite leg back first, and then bring it in. Walk, walk, 4-point kneel, lower, relax. Zip it in. So you'll notice that in your plank here, you're still in the same position through your pelvis, which is your neutral. But we can really engage the core to support us, can really push away and reach the heels away from you, reaching out through the crown of the head. So eye gaze looking slightly down in front of those hands. Woo, we're creating some heat here now. Doing so well. We've got 15 seconds to go. Good, give me 5 more seconds. Complete one last one. 2 and 1. Well done. Take it into your down dog. So hips come up, find a nice triangle. We're going to pedal out through the feet here. Again, like we did standing, pedaling the feet, but in our down dog now. So getting a stretch down the back of those legs. Chest coming down towards your thighs. Pause with both heels down now. Transfer your weight forward. Core is engaged. It's on, it's on, it's on. Knees come back down to that 4-point kneel. Tap, lift up, and find your down dog. That's it. So control, core is tight, tight, tight until we tap those knees down. Then you can relax. Zip it in and take your down dog. Good work. Let's go for 20 more seconds here. So you keep going. We lift those hips up. We lower those knees down. Just 10 seconds left. Good. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and lower down on 1. Untuck those toes and then roll out your wrists here. All right, we're gonna get a little bit of glute work now, so it's a strengthening exercise. We will come into a 4-point kneel, but drop down onto those elbows. So, elbows are underneath your shoulders now. So, if we were up on those hands underneath the shoulders, whenever you're down onto those forearms, ensure that the elbows underneath your shoulders. That helps to stabilize through the upper body. Knees underneath your hip line. From here, we zip that core in. We hover the right foot off, flex the toe, ready for our kickbacks. So exhale, extend that right leg. And then sweep that knee back down. And again, press that heel away from you, extend the leg, sweep it in. So it's really important here to keep those hip bones nice and level. So at the front here, those hip bones are pointing straight down. We've got 30 seconds of these glute kickbacks, focusing on squeezing through that right glute max. At the top, we really squeeze so it's rock solid here. And let's try and maintain that neutral spine here. So sometimes we want to arch our back and kick a little higher. We can just make that connection here. Core in, ribs to hips. Pelvis is in neutral. Good, you've got 15 seconds left. The left opposite leg here, the thigh bone is just parallel, so is vertical rather, to the floor here. So keep it nice and upright. Sometimes we want to shift over to that left side. Again, square yourself up. You're doing amazing. You've got 5 seconds left. We'll extend and keep that leg long. In 3, 2, reach out, hold it long. Point the toes now. Tap your foot to the floor. Exhale, lift it back up. Inhale, tap, exhale, lift. Again, look at that core. Pushing through those forearms, stabilize the upper body. 30 seconds of these single leg lifts. You've got it. Connecting to that breath when it starts to get tough. Extra focus on that breath, I should say. Good. Doing well. In 10 seconds, our last little finisher. Stay strong. We'll keep the leg lifted and move into our pulses. In 5, 4, 3, 2, lift the leg up and hold. Little pulse. Up, up, up. Short, sharp breaths now. Good, core still on. You've got this. Just for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Ooh, yes. Just that short amount, when we do it correctly, definitely fires off that glute. Amazing. We're going to come into a kneeling oblique exercise now. You have the option of folding your mat over just to create a little bit more padding underneath that left knee. So left knee is down. Extend your right leg out. Foot is in line with your pelvis. And we just take that left hand, down onto the floor for a second and create that length through that top waist. Take your hand here. Take a little bend into that elbow and lift. So this is the movement that we're going to be doing, as in it's a side lateral flexion. But let's come on up and make it a little easier. So we come sitting up all the way, and we still direct that weight over towards that left here, but just you won't be able to go as far. So elbows wide, come back up. Inhale, grow tall, lean it over, pinch through that side waist to come back up. That's it. So inhale, exhale. So ribs down so that we can close and slide that bottom rib down towards your hip. If the hands are too much here, option, cross them over your chest and take that little dip. Awesome. So we're trying to move our spine in every direction in Pilates, in every class. That's why you feel so good afterwards. I hope you all are enjoying it. I look forward to hearing how you're feeling post-class. Pop it in the comments below. You've got just 15 seconds here. Should be feeling that side waist. Keep drawing that belly button back. Rib cage in. Just 8, 7, 6. I'm going to take it over in 5, 4, hold it there in 3, in 2, take it over 1. Woo, little pulses. Slide that rib down towards your pelvis. Stay connected here for 10. Shoulders down and back for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Left hand comes back over onto the floor. Take that side stretch. Take it over to the opposite side now. Just 3 on each side. Stretch it out. Last time. Oh, that feels good. And then we're going to take it straight to the other side for that kneeling. So we'll get the other side done straight away. So left knee down. Extend out through that left leg. We can take that side bend over, create that space through that top waist, but also lifting like a rainbow up through that right waist here. So we're always working in Pilates in that lengthened spine. And we take that arm back up. Upright, shoulders down and back. Inhale. So as I was saying, we always want to create space between our joints. And when we lengthen ourselves, we lengthen those muscles at that end range, and then we strengthen at that end range on the effort as we come up. That's where we get strong. So as we really find that length in our muscle, we're working it at that end range. Hope that makes sense. Let me know if it didn't. I'll elaborate more in the comments. Good, so tipping over. Exhale, lift. So my pelvis is slightly tucked under as well. You've got 20 seconds remaining. Whew, feeling it through that left waist. Again, if you need to cross those hands over, you can be here. We'll find those pulses in 10 seconds. Taking it over, holding in 5, 4, 3, 2. Take it over and hold on your next one here. So now lift up an inch, down an inch. Slide that rib down to the pelvis. You've got this. Stay strong. 10 seconds. Woo. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Taking that nice stretch up and over. Stretch it out. Last one, really reach for it. Alrighty, let's get into those glute kickbacks on the other side. Okay, so you're gonna come onto your elbows, knees underneath your hips. Again, shoulders are above your elbows. My goodness, I went mind blank then. We're working through this left leg. So lifting that left knee up. Core is connected, it's on. Exhale, extend out through your heels. So flex the toes back towards you. Exhale to extend. Inhale, sweeping that knee directly underneath that left hip bone. Again, keeping your body weight centered here. Try not to lean to the right side. If you are struggling, especially if you're a very basic or just new at exercise full stop, you can do it up against a wall so that you have no room for cheating. Your right hip would be resting against that wall. Squeeze that glute as you extend and kick out through that heel. Good job, guys. You've got 15 seconds here. With your head here, let's try and lift it up so that the back of your neck stays long. So that's why we take that eye gaze slightly forward. We're working those deep neck extensors, the core, but the focus is on the booty. Lots happening in Pilates, so always do a nice body scan to check you're there. You're gonna hold that leg long in 5, 4, 3, 2, point the toes, leg is long, tap the foot down, lift it back up. Inhale, exhale. Good, stay strong around those shoulders here as well. Whew. Good job. So we're here on for 30 seconds. You're already 10 seconds down. Halfway. Let's do it. 10 to go. We're gonna find those pulses in that top range. So when that glute is really contracting, we pulse it out. At the top in 3, 2, hold it up, 1, little pulse and pulse and pulse. So quick, sharp, little pulses for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo, bring it in. Have a little tap out. And we take a little child's pose now. So stretch those arms long, knees go wide, melting everything down. Big breath in through the nose, exhale out through those pursed lips. We've got 10 seconds here. One last little bit to go, and then you're all done. Good, slowly come back up. So now we're gonna take it into our half plank. We're gonna do it on your hands. So take those hands underneath the shoulders, walk the knees back slightly, and I'm gonna teach you how to find a half plank. So taking the weight forward, start to lower those hips slightly down towards the floor here. So we wanna be in our neutral spine, but a slight tuck under the tailbone as well. So we haven't got our arch going on, we are connected through the core, and then that pelvis slightly tucks under. So you're in a neutral with a bias to a little bit more tuck under. So not quite tucking right through. So in between. Good, then from here, your arms are straight, you push through your mat, shoulders glide down your back, you're nice and proud through the chest. So therefore the collarbones are wide, pinning the shoulders down. Good, taking that eye gaze about 4 inches in front of you, and we're gonna breathe. So now we keep the core locked on. This is why we breathe through the sides of our ribs now. So this is really important. We're not relaxing through the abs at all. We wanna keep it strong on. So we take that breath in through your nose, your ribs expand wide, and exhale through those pursed lips. So you'll notice that my core doesn't relax between each breath now. So we want to maintain that connection, but we still enjoy a nice big inhale. Good, finding that powerhouse through that core. Keep holding, gentle squeeze of those glutes, you've got this. We've got 10 seconds. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Take those hands to the floor here now, toes tucked under. Let's extend those hips up and walk your hands further towards your feet. From here, keep a soft bend through those knees. Let go of that floor, arms come slightly forward. Drawing that belly back in so your core is on. As we restack, rebuild your spine, one vertebrae on top of another, until we eventually come all the way up. Give yourself a nice shoulder roll, stand tall and proud. And that is you all done, so thank you so much. I hope that you enjoyed and learnt some nice basic technique tips, your breathing, found your neutral spine. If there's anything that you struggled to find and connect in with, please just pop it down in the comments below. I definitely read them all and I will do my best to get back to you as well. If there's anything else you would like more elaboration on, pop that in there as well, and perhaps I'll do another video on it. Otherwise, have a beautiful day, everyone. Keep standing tall and proud for the rest of your day, and I'll see you back here on the mat